My boyfriend thinks I cheated because our baby is a lot darker than him. I, 19F, have a 2-month-old baby boy. The first few weeks after his birth, everything was perfect between me and my boyfriend. 26 meters. Then a few weeks ago, he suddenly accused me of cheating on him, saying that the baby doesn't look like him at all. To be fair, they do look very different. My boyfriend is very pale and blonde, but our baby has dark hair, dark eyes, tan skin that's probably darker than mine. I tried to explain to him that I would never cheat on him, but he wouldn't listen to me. The thing is, I'm Mexican, so it makes sense that the baby doesn't look 100% pale and white. But he's convinced that I cheated. Things have got more tense between us. Yesterday we argued again. He said I must have cheated with another Mexican and that I secretly must not like white guys. He actually used a way more offensive term than Mexican, but I won't repeat it. Then he threw his plate into the sink and smashed it, which really scared me because it almost hit me. I'm so upset with him now and I don't know what to do. I don't know why our baby doesn't look like him at all. But I know I didn't cheat. And I'm so angry that he doesn't trust me. TDLR. My boyfriend thinks I cheated on him and it's damaging our relationship. Edit. I'm going to get a paternity test. I was stubborn at first, but I think it will be the only way. When things are getting smashed, it's a dangerous situation that you should remove yourself from before it gets worse. I would go ahead and do a paternity test too. Might as well at this point. But I'd be wary of taking him back if he's suddenly all apologetic. A paternity test. A safe, non-violent place for your child to live. Yes, this is violence. And a lawyer. I know you're super young. But please do not think this is how healthy relationships work. Call a domestic violence hotline and they can educate you on how to protect yourself. It's time to go somewhere for a while. His behavior is beyond immature and smashing the plate is intolerable. You have to send a message that this can't ever happen again. Hope you have somewhere you can go for a few days. For him to look at your baby and think this is his own private trip. He needs to prove that you cheated to ever get the right to say this. Poor baby. When Hispanic or ethnic kids are born, they sometimes have darker features which may lighten over time. Or may not. I have 2 kids this is true for. Skin can also easily darken in just a bit of sunlight. We don't burn. We darken. Why's a 26 years old dating and having kids with a 19-year-old? As usual, the headline is the yellow flag, while the post is filled with red flags. Him thinking infidelity because of a skint one mismatch is reasonable-ish yellow flag. Maybe he's just dumb. The red flags are the racism against Mexicans. Impregnating you at 18 when he was 25/26. And him smashing, breaking plates in your vicinity. Get the paternity test for child support then dump him. This time he broke a plate. Who knows what he'll do next time he gets angry. Don't wait around to find out. Get yourself and your baby to safety first, worry about DNA tests after that's taken care of. Girl. I am sorry. I think this is the situation that you realize your partner is an abuser. Aggressive accusations over how the baby looks. Unacceptable. A paternity test to resolve that, and just the fact that you are being accused of cheating over. This is outrageous. Regardless of anything else, your partner doesn't trust you. Throwing plates? This is unacceptable behavior. It is abusive. You are now seeing a glimpse his anger. This kind of behavior will absolutely escalate over time. This is just the beginning. Yelling racial slurs? Girl, get your baby out of this relationship. You're 19 years old. You are just starting your adult life. Why did you have a baby with a 26-year-old abuser? You are setting yourself up and your child for a very unhappy life if you stay with this man. The being angry about the baby's skin is one thing. Saying incredibly offensive things and throwing and breaking things is most concerning to me as an outsider. Something that I hear from a lot of DV survivors is they always hit around you before they hit you. Once isn't enough to leave, I don't think, in this situation, from what I know, but if it keeps happening, keep that in your mind. As well as if you feel whatever is best to protect your baby, then do that. Also, could you do a paternity test by chance? First red flag. 25-26 impregnating a 18. Yo, how long did y'all date before you got pregnant? If it's a year, then he was 24 and you were 17. 23 and 16? Please take care of yourself and your baby. If you love that child, don't make them suffer having a father as toxic as that. You will be complicit with adding to that kid's issues. Your predator boyfriend is racist. This is why a teenager shouldn't be having a relationship with someone who is plus 7 years older and almost 30. Paternity test, then get the hell away from this sick guy. He crossed a huge line smashing things. Do you feel safe? On another note, my sister is blonde, blue-eyed and white. Her partner is black. Both of her kids look completely different. My niece is almost white in skin tone but with gorgeous afro hair, smiling face, and my nephew is pretty dark. Darker than his father. There is more to genetics than simply what skin tone and eyes the parents have. My daughter has different coloring to both my husband and I. She takes after my grandmother. Again, it doesn't sound safe for you. Please think about whether this is the right situation for you and your baby to be in. I can only add this. My youngest son was born. Dark hair, yellowish skin. Almost bordering dark. When we went on our first real summer holiday when he was 2, he came back black. I mean black as night almost. It became a running joke that my wife must have been with the milkman. However, her father had already told us that his grandmother was Indian. No need to do tests or anything. He's a lucky boy and he now has the most amazing tans when he goes on holiday. He's golden hair, blue eyes and dark all over. 18. Fit. And huge eyelashes. He's a lucky lad. First of all, WTF are you doing with a 26 years old man? Agree to do a paternity test. That sounds very abusive. I'd try and get away from that situation. Sorry that you have to go through this. My very white uncle had a child with a very black woman and the children are very dark. So that's just rubbish reasoning. Genetics. Firstly, this man-child clearly does not understand how genetics work. And, okay, maybe if that were the only issue, then he could have that explained to him and you two might be able to save this. But, after the things he said, and how he treated you, offer to get that paternity test, just to prevent any additional drama, before you go after him for child support. But this relationship is not salvageable. Edit. Just noticed the concerning age gap. A grown man doesn't go after a barely legal young woman. And this is how he acts? Whatever you do, remove yourself from this situation and stay somewhere safe. Make him take a DNA test.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.